Hey 958 fans, the window switches sometimes go out, and so I'm going to show my preferred method of the driver's side door replacing these. I've never had good luck actually just popping them out, and so my preference is to actually undo the door handle. And so we're going to be pulling off a few of the parts here to get the door handle, starting here with this armrest, getting the armrest popped off. Armrest is actually kind of tough because it has a little retaining screw underneath it, so you kind of need to look under it to see how it has to slide backward. You'll see as I turn this over, that little screw right there helps retain it so it doesn't go flying off, but it has this odd shaped little fitting that it goes into. So sliding that off and then popping off this little retainer, and now we've exposed the door handle screws themselves, and so there's just two of them. We're gonna just quickly remove the door handle, and what this does is it gives us a really good way to push up, and it gives us a way to unplug the combination switch for the windows, the locks, and the mirror controls. So here we'll pull off this nice carbon door handle. And then to get access to one of the metal tabs on here that always gets crumpled up, we're going to pull this little metal clip out. So we'll pop this out. And once we take this little clip out, it's kind of hard sometimes to get these out, but once we get this little clip out, we now have direct access so you can look straight in there and see that little metal clip. That I have bad luck trying to pull these out. They always get just mangled, but if you have the ability to reach underneath it and press against that little clip, so using a screwdriver you can push on the clip and then stick your fingers in the hole that we have here, we're able to withdraw this. Here we go, this is the process, so it's a whole lot easier to withdraw this without completely munching the whole clips and the surrounding plastic as well. There's one plug on these that using a screwdriver is a good way to just to pop the plug off. And here's the replacement part. It has all the correct looking buttons, and flipping the aftermarket part over, it has all the correct looking pins. And so we're going to hope that this thing works. Now you can see how this version has lane change assist, and so it's a really good idea because the majority of these aftermarket parts don't work right. So it's a good idea just to set it in for now. Just plug it in, set it in, but don't press it down in yet, and check to be sure that it does work properly. So that just means you want to turn the ignition on so everything's powered up, and make sure that the button lights up for the lane change assist. Make sure that the little lights work on the mirrors and that it stays illuminated. Now in the case where it doesn't work, what happens is you'll end up where the multifunction display says you have a fault of the lane change assist. A lot of times on the button on the door, you'll push it, it will light up for a moment, and then the light will go off as it did just then. And so this one is a faulty one that isn't going to work. It throws this error for whatever reason. And when you look at the code using a tester, it's this OB24 code. So factory part is what's going to work. So this is a factory part that does work. And so once you know everything works, pop it in place, and then the handle can be reinstalled quickly, as well as the trim pieces. So again, putting everything back together, it's just two screws for the handle, these two torque screws, and then the front trim piece just pops in. It's kind of easy to tell, it only pop one direction in, so just figure out which way it slides. Usually it kind of goes evenly to get it popped back into place, but one edge comes out to start with. We're going to pop back in our little metal retaining clip and then put on this lower plastic piece. Make sure that the front, the back, everywhere is lined up well. Once the front's lined up well, now you can push in all the rest of these little popping areas and line up the screw. You need to kind of look under it to make sure that you get the screw in its little odd shaped hole, and then slide it forward slightly, about that 1/4 of an inch, and that just gets pressed down into position. And that's it, we've done it. That's my least destructive approach to trying to fix these switches that tend to go on these 958s. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more action in the 958 garage.